Can I go this way? Hello, ni hao, xin chào, whatever else your greeting of choice may be, from Pu Luong, Vietnam. I'm currently out on the course running the Vietnam Jungle Marathon 50k 2025. The reason I'm doing this intro mid-race is because it set off at 5 o'clock this morning and there was basically no visibility. So now that I've done this, you can hop back in time and I'll run you through the first 10 kilometers or so.
Cổ vật xuất phát các giải chạy của Tô Boss chưa nào?
Alright, 5k in, just under 37 minutes and just over 140 meters of vert. Sun's still not up, as I'm sure you can see, and that first little climb was actually really pleasant, although a little bit hairy. It was a very thin path that ran right on the edge of a, well, not a cliff, but a steep slope. I think I'm going the right way. Always the risk when I'm talking to the camera. Anyway, the sun is starting to come up, so by the next time I see you, you'll probably be able to see my face. 10k in, 1 hour and 15 or a few seconds under. So what's that, 8 kilometers an hour? Certainly not motoring along, but we're in this for the long haul. Slow and steady wins the race. In terms of elevation, we've done around about 220 meters. So we're only a little bit over 10% of the race total. But in case I haven't put the elevation profile up on the video yet, this race is very, very tail heavy, with the majority of the climbing and all of the big climbs coming in the final 20 kilometers of the race. It's reasonably smooth, and I think there's a net downhill up to 30. So I should be able to sort of cruise long runs styly to about 3/5 of the way there. But after that, it's gonna get very, very difficult. Passed through the first checkpoint about 1 kilometer ago. Got myself some bananas, an orange, refilled my electrolyte drink. Not gonna make the same mistake I did at Yendo, running out of water, I promise you that. And we are currently just running through the rice fields, which is why I can't really look at the camera, because these little paths are very, very narrow. Okay, well there is one semi-significant climb in the first half. If I can remember that profile, I think it's about 100 meters, and we're currently on it. It is definitely too steep to be running. Hello. 15k in, 1 hour 55, 350-ish meters of vert. It looks like we hit the second checkpoint. It was right about time because I am knackered. Kind of misty up here. I was completely wrong about the climb. That was not the only significant climb in the first half. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop here, have a rest, replenish some shiznaz, and then keep going. Almost gagged trying to get a banana down just then, which is not a great sign. Oh well. I just took a fall, really quite hard, winded myself, hit myself right in the ribs, really quite painful. Just gonna walk for a little bit. I was just put my foot in the wrong place and didn't quite face plant, but I chest planted and got stuff in these pockets, so just something hard just hit right into me. It just really took my breath away for a good few seconds. I could probably done with the rest anyway, so I'm gonna find somewhere to take a quick leak, because I've been wanting to do that since the start, and have another energy bar, have a drink, catch my breath, and we'll get going again. First take up of the day. Alright, 20k in, around about 2:45, so I'm slowing down. I've been mostly jogging lightly since that fall. I got my breath back, but my ribs still kind of hurts quite a bit. Also happens to coincide with me feeling absolutely knackered. And this is the first bit, it might be the only bit, I don't know, where they seem to have changed the course at the last minute. I'm pretty sure they said this would happen at the start line, so I'm not too worried, and there's plenty of markers here. And it definitely said 50 kilometers this way. Morning! Morning! I'm just having a little walk because I am knackered. Maybe let some of that food digest. I'll probably get back to running in about a minute or so, and then see you either at the next checkpoint or at 25k.
Hi, man.
Hi.
Do you need any help?
No, I think I should be okay. Alright, checkpoint 5, third checkpoint, and still just 20k. Like 30 left to go. Already feeling knackered. I wonder how much coke my stomach can handle about now. Alright, had a couple of drinks at that checkpoint. I feel like I've just put stuff in my stomach and it's not going out. Like, I feel very bloated. A lot of the food I've been taking on so far in this race I felt quite close to gagging on, which is not something I usually feel. So I'm just going to take it a little bit easy and see if I can give my stomach time to settle down. Maybe my ribs will stop hurting. I mean, you got to listen to your body, right? So I am more than happy to walk for this little while. Hello. Alright, just gone past 25k, making very slow work of it now. Been walking most of the last 5k. Like, I got out of that last checkpoint, walked for a little while, then tried moving up to a slow jog, and the rib hasn't stopped hurting. Hello. My stomach ain't doing great. Between the two of them, running's been pretty uncomfortable. So, mostly been hiking, and then every so often I'll give slow running a bit of a go. I have to say, it's not feeling too bad this time round. And even if I had been able to run in terms of my body, most of the last kilometre or so has been sort of balancing act on like a concrete wall alongside a gully between rice fields. Hi. I'm not really sure how best to describe it, but I got some videos, so I'll pop that up there, you can see what I mean. Like, even if I had been feeling great, there's no way I'd have been running along that. So yeah, I think we've got about 4k, 5k until the big climbs start. I was dreading them at the beginning, but now that running is kind of painful, I'm actually looking forward to them because they give me the excuse to hike. Just a little bit over 4 hours in, about 26.5k, so not far past halfway in terms of distance. In terms of climb, we've done about 600, so we're about 30% of the way through the elevation in just over 50% of the distance. It's an indication, like I said, that this is very much a tail-ended, tail-heavy, I should say, trail ultra. We're about 3 or 4 kilometers from the start of the big climbs. I'm not sure exactly where the next checkpoint is. I should have committed that to memory, but I haven't. But I would imagine it's got to be before the climbs. Otherwise, I might end up struggling for water. You never know.
Welcome to the sake.
Morning. Oh, hoisky, hoisky. Right, so that's sign, 7 kilometers to checkpoint 7, next checkpoint, and this is, I think, the hardest stretch of the whole thing, certainly in terms of elevation. Got 750 up in 7k, it's an average of over 10%. That includes the down bits and the flat bits. If that other video ever gets out about us sort of wandering around the countryside and doing a holiday, this big climb's going to Hormone, which is the place where yesterday we almost got stuck because our motorbike couldn't get up that hill to get out. So I have a feeling that might be the hill we're going over. And as mighty tempting as this looks right now, my only goal for today is to not be a DNF. Right, 30.3 kilometers, just under 5 hours and 20 minutes, and 820 meters of it. So we're still not halfway through the climb. Just climbed up about 200, 220 meters to get to this, the top of the smaller of the two big hills that we got coming up before that next checkpoint. I'm absolutely cooked. Feet are cramping up quite badly. Ribs still not quite feeling fantastic just yet. I'm gonna stop here, catch my breath, drink a little bit of fluid, maybe have a couple of gels if my stomach's okay with it. And guess we go down and back up. And the back up is a lot more up than this was. I am dreading that. Alright, we're just about at the foot of the big climb. I'm not running this bit. Just had a stop at the first aid / water station back there. Ribs still hurting. That hasn't gone away. Stomach's sort of a balancing act. Like I feel like I need to get some energy in there, but at the same time, every time I eat something, it feels like it's going to start cramping up. And with how hot it is now that the sun's come out, although it's behind a cloud right now, I need to prioritise getting fluids and electrolytes in there. We are now at almost 6 hours, so I'm pretty much tied for the longest run I've ever done, which was last month's Yenda Ultra Trail. Although that was a lot less climb and a lot less distance. Yeah, the further I go, the more I think 10 hours is out of the question. I don't know how long this is going to take. It's going to be a long one. That is one steep MF. Just went past 1,000 meters, in case you're interested. So just over halfway on the elevation. I mean, it's still bigger. On the map it looks steeper, but it doesn't seem to be killing me quite as badly as the last one. It might be because it's less exposed to the sun. Alright, I think we just got over that hill. Now we've got a pretty hefty, probably not that pleasant descent. Checkpoint 7, and there's another hill after that which shouldn't be as bad as this one. Currently we are 32.63 kilometers in, having covered 1,260 meters of elevation in 6 hours and 45 minutes. Alright, we're just over halfway down this hill, so not too far from the next checkpoint. Honestly, that climb and this descent is killing me, but not too far to go now. Sun's out, it's really hot, kind of humid. We're a good 2/3 of the way through. Biggest climb's out of the way. Starting to feel a little bit more optimistic, but it's going to take a lot of effort just to crawl another 4 hours maybe back to get to the finish line. Right, time to continue heading down. Alright, touched up my suntan. Might have gone a bit overkill, you tell me. Hi. Xin chào. Oh, okay, I can see myself now, yeah. A little bit overkill, someone else has already commented on it. I don't know if I've even got every bit. Doesn't seem to smudge in very well. Have some soup, something that looks more like rice porridge. Gonna see if I can keep this down, because my stomach has not been my friend so far today. This could be some much needed carbohydrates and hopefully salt. So this is checkpoint 7 with 35 kilometers in. We have climbed 1,300 meters. And we are currently at 7 hours and 32 minutes. I have no words for how hard this is feeling right now. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not hugely enjoying this anymore. I just really want it to end. Like, it's not bad, the route's nice enough. I've just bitten off more than I can handle. I mean, I think I can handle it in terms of actually getting through it, but more than I can handle in terms of more than I can do and enjoy. Like, it's just kind of grueling at this stage. Like, kudos to everyone that does ultras, and I've signed up for the 70k at the Vietnam Trail Marathon, is it, at the end of January? And I expect I'll still do that, but I imagine that I'm not going to be signing up for any massive, long, hard trail races with high levels of elevation anytime in the near future. I just think I'd enjoy doing like 15, 20, 25k's. Not to say that I'm hating this, it's just really, really hard, and I think I would enjoy it more if it wasn't really, really hard. On the way once more, just gonna walk, going up a slight hill. Hello! And yeah, my legs seized up, so running wouldn't work right now anyway. So this is the village where our motorbike got stuck yesterday, but the way out of it that we're taking is not the route that we couldn't get the motorbike up. Thankfully, because that was steep as heck. It was the only road out, but I guess when you run in a trail race, you've got other options open to you. Come on, 15k. We can do this. We can do this. Just a little video to show you that I am technically capable of running. Not off a slope like this. just went past 8 hours, which is kind of like my pipe dream target. It was like that if everything goes perfectly and I turn out to be fitter than I thought, and the course is easier than I think, maybe, just maybe, we might get in under 8 hours. I was never really expecting it. Seems I was right to not do so. At the other end of the spectrum, there was the, well, we should definitely do it in under 10 target, which I think objectively is still on. I mean, we'd need what, 7k an hour, which isn't that fast. And I think I've got it in the legs to do that for 2 hours if I really had to and we were on the flat. Problem is, we still got 600 meters of climbing, and so I don't think that's going to be possible in practice. Whereas 11 hours seems reasonable. It's less than 5k an hour. Even with the climbing, there's some little bits of flat, there's some bits of downhill. I think we can sort of turn our attentions to that and see if we can't, and aim for that as our final goal. 8.5 hours in, 10k left. I think it's supposed to be mostly downhill from here. There is, or there was scheduled to be, like a 120 meter climb up just before the finish line. I think that might be the last like serious climb. They changed the route again back there and it cut out a little bit of climbing, I think. So that's nice. But it left me on the downhill, like a prolonged downhill section. Oh boy, does that hurt my legs right now. Anyway, 5k to the next checkpoint, then 5k to the finish. The end is in sight. My legs won't run. I'm about 1 kilometer away from a marathon, about 8 kilometers away from the end. I genuinely cannot run. I can barely even climb this slight hill without getting serious cramp. I'm not exaggerating. Like, this really is like a, what, 2% gradient maybe on both of my legs. Feet, sorry, are just cramping up. Really? Come on. Hello, Coco. You don't mind if I get past, do you? But you alright? I can go this way? You're not going to attack me? Okay, you're looking at me a bit funny. Can I go this way? Is that okay? No? Can I go this way? Go? You sure? You're not going to kick me? Okay. Oh, that's the most scared I've ever been of a cow. Oh, thank God this is it. I am dying. Alright, final checkpoint done. 3.9 kilometers to go, 200 and something meters of vertical ascension left, 100 and something descension, was it? Maybe it was less than that, I can't remember now. Just gonna be honest, I'm pretty miserable right now. I just want this to be over. I'm very much done with this race. Like at first it was fun, and then it was sort of manageable, and then it was bearable, and then it was awful. And yeah, the last 5 or so kilometers for me have just mostly been pain and misery. Like the cramp's really bad, I can't go uphill at all. Going downhill is kind of painful. It's alright now, I've had a bit of a rest. But yeah, I just want this to be over. Too steep to run, so back to hiking. I should just say, it's entirely my own fault. Like, I attempted this race. I knew it had twice the elevation I'd ever tackled. I knew it was 7 kilometers longer than the longest run I'd ever done. I knew it was going to be really hard. I knew the weather was probably going to be kind of hot. I'm certainly not complaining about the way the race has been organised, which honestly has been fantastic. It's been a really great event. It's just, I'm trying to be honest about like where my headspace is entirely a result of me taking on a challenge that I don't think is necessarily suited for the kinds of things that I like. There's been some wonderful scenery today. At the front end of the race, I certainly had the energy and the mood to appreciate it. At the back end, I'll be honest, I haven't really been lifting my head up to take it all in that much. I'm just tired. I'm just not in a place where I can go out and run 49.3 kilometers or whatever it is with 2,000 meters of ascension in this sort of heat and not want to fall over and die. there's the finish line. Let's go get Mummy. Come on. Put your hands up, Peachy. Say yeah!
Coming for the Great Britain, please welcome Mr. Thomas.
There you go, Kitty. Go on, medal.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Alright, I got my obligatory free beer. Let's try this one out. Honestly, that's really nice and cold.